Nacho Nini. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time on how I got my very first detention. So I'm going to be telling you guys how I got detention and what it was like for me. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with this video. I got detention was 11th grade. I have never been in trouble at all. Well, in elementary school I was, but we're not gonna count that because it was a bunch of crazy people in elementary school. We're not gonna count that. So I was never in trouble in middle school. Never had ISS, OSS. I was never suspended, expelled, none of that. I wasn't in trouble in high school up until my junior year. The year I got detention was my junior year, 11th grade. And I got detention because I was late to my first period class, and my first period class was English. And to be honest with you guys, I did not like my English teacher, okay? She was the worst English teacher I have ever had. And I just didn't like her. So I honestly did not care on what time I got to her class because I did not like her. And she would always give us assignments like every day or every 2 days, and she would always end up giving folks a 0. So what's the point in me rushing to get to a teacher's class? For one, I don't even like the teacher, and for two, for her to give me an F. Like, what's the point in me rushing? My school starts at 7 a.m. and I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and be out the door heading to school either at 6:30 or 6:45. The first semester I was late 9 times, and the second semester I was late 5 times. 9 plus 5 is 14. So I was late for a total of 14 times to her class. And I just told you guys, I did not like the teacher. What's the point in me rushing to her class to somebody that I don't like when all she gonna do is give me an F? And every time I would walk out, when I walk out, but like go to the next class, the bell rings. She pulls me to the side and she says, "Lanesha, why were you late?" And I honestly just lied to her. I mean, most of the times it was true, but I would tell her I got caught up by the train. It held me up for 10 minutes. When most of the times that was the truth. I did get caught up by the train. Yes, I did. But 50% of the time, I just woke up late or I was just moving really slow. And so the last day that I was late to her class, the 5th time or the 14th time I was late to her class, for the second semester in the beginning of 2020, she said, "Lanesha, you have been late a total of 14 times to my class. And because of that, I'm gonna have to write a referral." They wrote me a referral, and then I think I either went to the main office or the principal's office or somewhere. I don't even remember, but I remember they told me I had detention that Thursday. And I was like, detention? I was like, what I need detention for? I mean, all kind of kids be late to her class, and then she gonna single me out because I'm late. Everybody else be late. Like, I can walk into her class maybe like 7 o'clock, 7:02, and it's fine. But then somebody else can walk in at like 7:30, 7:40, and she don't say nothing to them, but she say something to me, and then she give me detention. Like, she singles me out when other people be late to her class too, but she don't do nothing about it with them. But she singled me out. Honestly, I never liked her, never had, never will, and I'm so glad that I'm not in her class no more because she was like the worst teacher ever my junior year. So I got detention because I was late a total of 14 times, and I did not care. Okay, I did not care if I was late to her class. And you know what the funny thing was? After I had detention, I was still late to her class. I mean, even though junior year was the year coronavirus came, we only had maybe like 7 or 8 more weeks, because it was like in January or like the beginning of February when I got detention. And honestly, I didn't care, because afterwards I was still late to her class and she never said nothing about it. And it would be sometimes she would be late too. Like, we would be standing outside her room for like 10 minutes, like 10 minutes after 7. At 7:15, here she is walking in and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late, guys." Like, she be late, thinks nothing of it. But if a student is late, she's quick to write a referral and give somebody detention. But she late herself. Like, I don't understand that at all. But I got detention because I was late for a total of 14 times. Detention for me was very, very awkward. One, because it was my very first detention out of my whole entire school life. And two, it was really awkward because I was the first person there. And the detention teacher was actually my teacher. She was my U.S. history and geography teacher. That made it 10 times worse because I see her every single day, okay? She's my teacher. She gives me grades for this history class. And then now I have to sit up here with her for about 40 or 45 minutes. It was very, very awkward because she asked me, "Lanesha, you're a good student. Why are you in detention?" And I was like, well, I was late to my first period for a total of 14 times, and this is my punishment. I got detention, and I had to be stuck in there with my teacher. So it was very, very awkward because she was my teacher. And I feel like it would have been a little bit better if I was in detention where it wasn't my teacher. That way it wouldn't feel so awkward or be weird tension. But the fact that she was my teacher and she teaches me and I see her and she sees me every single day, that just made it even worse. So that part there was very, very awkward. And I think I was in there for a total of like 45 minutes, because I think I left like around, or detention was over at like 3:10 or 3:15 or something like that. And so the whole time I was in detention, I think I was on my laptop or playing on my phone or whatever, doing work. So it really wasn't anything like too awkward where the teacher would say you can't be on your phone, can't use electronics, either you read a book or do work. And since it was my teacher, she was a little bit more lenient on me since I was her student. And she knows I don't get in trouble at all. That was my very first time really getting in trouble in high school, because I never had like ISS or OSS, or I was never expelled or suspended. So that was like my very first time being in trouble and having detention with my teacher. Like, that was just very, very awkward because I'm not a trouble student. I don't get in trouble. I abide by the rules. I follow the rules. I never get into fights. None of that stuff. So I'm a good student. So it was very awkward for her to see me in detention because she knows I don't get in trouble. Like, I don't have any bad things on my school record. And I don't know if detention gets put on your record. I don't know if it does or doesn't. But I mean, it was just awkward. But I think for the most part, I was on my phone or on my laptop or doing work. But it was just really awkward because it was my teacher and she taught me. See her every day. So it was very awkward. I'm trying to think of something else that was kind of awkward. I think some of the other students in there, they either had detention before, or it's their first time having detention and I kind of knew them. So that was kind of awkward too. And it was very, very quiet, okay? Like, you could literally hear a pin drop in there. It was so quiet. But that was pretty much it for my first detention. It's the first and it'll be the last because I'm never getting in trouble again. But I do be late still now. Sometimes to some of my classes my senior year, but some of my teachers don't really catch it. But my English teacher for junior year, I did not like her. Okay, I could not stand her. She hated certain of her students. Not hated, let me take that back. She didn't hate. She didn't like some of her students. I don't really know why, but it's cool that she didn't like me because I didn't like her from the first day of school, okay? I did not like her since August 12th, 2019, okay? I did not like her. And she gave me detention, which kind of made it even worse. But you know what? It's all good because I don't like her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this little mini story time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share my channel. And help me reach my goal of 1,200 subscribers. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.